What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to split between siblings? My dad passed away last summer. He was a weird guy, collected all kinds of random stuff his whole life. When it came time to go through his things, me and my sister Rachel figured it would be normal stuff. Furniture, photos, maybe some tools. We were not prepared for what we found in his storage unit. My dad had been renting this storage unit for 20 years, never told us what was in it. After the funeral, the storage company called saying we had 30 days to clear it out or they'd auction everything off. Me and Rachel drove over there on a Saturday morning. We unlock the unit and roll up the door. The entire 10 by 10 space is filled with ceramic frogs. I'm not talking about a few frogs, I'm talking about hundreds of ceramic frogs. Big ones, small ones, frogs wearing hats, frogs playing instruments. They were on shelves in boxes, stacked in corners. Rachel just stood there with her mouth open. I said, "What the hell is this?" We started looking through them and found a notebook tucked behind a box. It was my dad's handwriting. He'd been collecting these frogs since 1998. Every single one was documented with where he bought it, how much he paid, and a little note about why he liked it. Some of them were cheap, like $2 from a garage sale, but others were expensive. He had one from an antique shop in Vermont that cost $300. Rachel found one that was signed by some famous ceramic artist. We looked it up on my phone. That one frog was worth almost $2,000. That's when things got complicated. Our dad's will said me and Rachel split everything 50-50. But how do you split hundreds of ceramic frogs? We couldn't just cut them in half. We tried being logical about it. I suggested we each take turns picking one until they were all gone. Rachel agreed. I picked first, grabbed a medium-sized frog wearing a top hat because it made me laugh. Rachel picked the expensive signed one, obviously. We went back and forth for 3 hours. By the end, we were both exhausted and we'd only gotten through maybe 50 frogs. We still had hundreds to go. Rachel said this was taking too long. She suggested we just sell them all and split the money. I said, no way, Dad collected these for a reason. We should keep them. She got annoyed and said, "What are you going to do with 200 ceramic frogs?" I didn't have a good answer for that. We started arguing right there in the storage unit. She said I was being stubborn. I said she didn't care about Dad's stuff. It got pretty heated. Finally, this old guy in the unit next to us yelled through the wall, "You two need to shut up about those damn frogs." That kind of snapped us out of it. We sat down on the concrete floor and just started laughing. The whole situation was insane. Rachel said, "Dad would think this is hilarious." She was right. Our dad had a weird sense of humor. He probably knew this would happen. We came up with a new plan. We'd flip a coin for the expensive ones that were actually worth money. Everything else we'd donate to thrift stores around town. That way other people could enjoy them. We spent the rest of the day sorting frogs into 2 piles. Valuable and not valuable. We ended up with about 30 valuable ones and flipped a coin for each. I won 16, Rachel won 14. The rest, over 300 frogs, we loaded into my truck. Over the next 2 weeks, we drove around dropping off boxes of ceramic frogs at different Goodwills and Salvation Army stores. The employees always gave us weird looks. One lady asked, "Why so many frogs?" I just said, "Long story. The funny part is, now I see those frogs everywhere." I'll be shopping and spot one of my dad's frogs on a shelf for $3. Just last week, Rachel texted me a photo. She was at an estate sale and found one of his frogs. She knew it was his because she recognized it from the notebook. Some lady had bought it from Goodwill and was now reselling it. We both still have our valuable frogs in boxes. Neither of us knows what to do with them. But every time I see a ceramic frog anywhere, I think about my dad and that crazy day in the storage unit.